Hello, beautifuls. Today's perspective has to do with the relationship or lack of relationship between the material world and the spiritual world of our experience. And I place them on either side of my being to show sort of the polarity that has been established in this Christian westernized society. They are on opposite ends of the experience spectrum, so to speak. Whereas spirituality is idolized and honored, and material things are villainized and even demonized. Yet in themselves, material things, money, they are simply things. There's nothing wrong with them. So how do we reconcile this belief or this idea of polarity? Well, we are both a physical and a spiritual being, and we live on a 3D physical planet, which means that we need some physical things. We need food to sustain us, we need clothing, and we need shelter. Now, in order for us to take care of our spiritual being, we need to take care of our physical, material needs. And my friend Dave used a wonderful analogy when we were discussing this. He said it's like donning a mask when the plane is going down. You are required to put your mask on first in order to be able to help others. And we need to make sure that our material or physical needs are met so that we have the energy and the resources to devote time and energy to our introspection and devotion. And of course, there is an intricate balance that needs to be played there, because we can devote too much time accumulating things we think we need, and therefore our spirituality lacks, or we can actually try to deny how much time is needed for our physical needs. And what that can do, we think it might free up time to pursue our spirituality, yet it occupies a lot of our mind space and energy thinking about the needs that need to be met. So you can see there is a balance here. And again, nothing wrong with having a home, a car, clothes, even jewelry. The trick is to find your personal balance. The balance that does not have us focusing so much time and effort on trying to obtain or accrue things, so that we can have the appropriate time for us. Again, it's all individual. This balance is yours and yours alone, for you to feel into and find how much time is actually needed to fulfill your spiritual cup. I bring this perspective up today because for me it has a deep and personal resonance. In the environment I was raised, money was very much sought after, yet at the same time was demonized in some aspects. And as I started on this work, and I'm sure many of you helpers and healers probably experience the same thing, there is a spirituality to what we do. When we help others, we receive. There is an exchange there. And sometimes that might feel like it's enough, and it is difficult due to the belief system we've been raised in to assign a monetary value to the assistance we give to others. Yet we do live in a world that requires us to pay for our food, to pay for our home, and to pay for our clothing. And therefore, it is completely appropriate to devote some time and attention to the material aspect, because it is part of our entirety. It is part of our being. We are not one-dimensional. I thank you so much for listening to this perspective, and until we speak again, please be well.